Russian President Vladimir Putin delivers State of the Nation address. Iran and India collaborate in agriculture exports and imports. Ethiopian officials discuss active BRICS integration. And in your sports, Cristiano Ronaldo handed one-match ban a fine after obscene gesture. Hello, I'm Inga Mzileni. Thank you for joining us. Russian President Vladimir Putin has delivered his State of the Nation address focusing on domestic issues, international relations, as well as the war in Ukraine. He warned Western nations considering sending troops to Ukraine that they need to understand that Russia also has weapons that can strike any territory. He also praised Russia's allies and their policies such as the One Belt, One Road initiative in China and called for new contact points with Arab nations, Latin America and Africa. China and Brazil are working to develop new Earth resource satellites and promote the construction of the BRICS remote sensing satellite constellation. The satellites are widely used by both countries in the fields of agriculture, forestry, geology, water resources, and environmental protection. Following a symposium held at the beginning of March, the China-Brazil Earth Resource Satellite Project, known as CBERS, has become the longest and most influential international cooperation project in the field of aerospace and has been hailed a model of South-South cooperation by experts. The cooperation spans 36 years and has delivered 6 Earth resource satellites. Data from the satellite is being provided to developing countries free of charge. And our news coming from Addis Ababa. Ethiopia continues to celebrate its integration into the BRICS alliance. During the 15th BRICS summit held in South Africa last year, Ethiopia was among 6 countries invited to join. Its membership took effect on January the 1st this year. Senior Ethiopian government officials have been meeting to discuss ways to contribute constructively to the BRICS family with a focus on fostering South-South cooperation. Earlier, the Ethiopian Foreign Affairs Ministry disclosed the country's commitment to actively engage with BRICS with a primary focus on fostering partnerships and collaboration for development, people-to-people relations, and strengthening the multilateral system.
We have joined the BRICS because it is part of the South-South cooperation. In the South-South cooperation, Ethiopia is a big country. We joined with the belief that it is good for both the BRICS and for Ethiopia. Many countries had a belief that excluding Ethiopia from the group has no use for anyone.
Iran and India are working closer together to develop agriculture interests. The sides held their first working group meeting on agriculture in India. The initial meeting took place in early February. And since then, the two governments have been working hard to expand cooperation in the field of balancing the import and export of agriculture products between the two countries. Iran and India share close trade, energy, cultural, and people-to-people ties. Relations between the two countries span centuries, and they've shared a border since 1947. More than 10,000 residents of Madiklokwa in Northwest have been without water for 6 weeks.
There are people that when they drink that water, they have stomach cramps.
Teresa Mile is supplying water to the people of Madiklokwa, but sadly it's contaminated by what appears to be chrome. Officials deny that there is a problem with the water.
I don't have facts, written facts or a proven facts.
Contamination.
Or you call it.
The levels of contamination in the water, and you say you drink this water.
Yes.
I'm actually quite concerned also for your health if you drink water that is contaminated to these levels. The World Councillor says at least 7 tanks of fresh water is needed to help boost supply. Welcome back. You're watching BRICS Global Television. Thanks for joining us. And now we take a look at your health stories. In China, more than 300 million people are estimated to suffer from insomnia, the product of high stress, high pressure culture. The answer: young employees have been given an opportunity to take a nap to ease away stress. Sound therapy sessions involve sleeping while singing bowls play in the background. Now moving on to your arts and culture. Ethiopian artist Fikru Jibramnariam shares with us his painting and feelings on art. We'll look at some of his works on display this month at an exhibition hosted by the Alliance Ethiopia, a cultural hub in the Ethiopian capital.
Most of the time I change my mind, not only sometimes. So when I change my mind, okay, I destroy most of my painting then, like the way I create them. So some painting, they are finished. I put them like, oh, I say this painting is nice. 6 months later I came, okay, change, and then it breaks, it fails. I try to protect it. It goes and down, failing. I try to bring it back. The process is interesting, but finally it will become completely different.
Welcome back. It's time for your business. As Russia continues to face isolation from the SWIFT payment system, Moscow has increased its trade with fellow BRICS members like China and India. The use of Chinese yuan to pay for Russian exports has increased 86 times to 34.5% of total payments over the past 2 years, according to Russia's central bank governor Elvira Nabiulian. He told Russian state news agency that, quote, our foreign activity is very actively switching to the use of other currencies, primarily the yuan, to facilitate trade, end quote. According to data by China's General Administration of Customs, the China-Russia dollar-denominated trade hit $240 billion in 2023, growing 26.3% from a year earlier.
Welcome to the Art of Africa. In this week's Welcome Africa. Can we just?
We are now in one of the oldest suburbs in...
No.
Well, the experts have weighed in on this.
Forged through triumphs and challenges alike.
Well, that is 2 things you can count on. Sorry.
Wait, please read that for me. Why do you keep on rolling, Mike?
Your sports is up next. Nasir striker Cristiano Ronaldo has been suspended for 1 match and fined over $2,000 after making an offensive gesture following his team's victory over Al-Shabaab in the Saudi Pro League on Sunday. Following their game on Sunday, videos posted on social media showed Ronaldo cupping his ear and repeatedly thrusting his hand forward near his pelvis, seemingly aimed at rival Al-Shabaab supporters. And that's it from all of us from BGTN. Thank you for joining us. Do stay tuned for more next week as we bring you stories of cooperation among BRICS countries. From all of us, it's goodbye for now.